One of the most controversial questions in all of Naruto. Was Naruto really holding back?
Who said that was controversial? That is just facts.
Oh God, like. I feel like all these people that power skill Sasuke gotta be delusional. Cause this video also made me remember when Sasuke went to fight the Kages, who told him that he had the ability to do that? Like he was gonna hit whipped. Who gave him that unearned confidence? My boy Sasuke, I don't even say my boy because I think is a what gave him that confidence? Didn't he fight Killer B and was getting his before he fought the Kages? Who gave him that? The lava girl had like 3 Genkais or something like that. I forget the terminology. I haven't watched Naruto in like years. Put that in the comment section. What gave him that confidence that let Sasuke think he can box with the 5 greatest ninjas in the world at that time? Y'all see it, right? All I did was state the truth, and now a got me in my bag, so if you want me in that bag...
It's cut deep. Deeper than any blade.
Kakashi wasn't even stronger than Tsunade before he got his DMS. Take that into account. What is with y'all new anime watchers who think that y'all can just say, we can see who's been watching animes from reels. Naruto was my 5th anime. Dragon Ball was my 1st. What is Kakashi doing with the 5 Kages before he got his DMS? Sushi Kage, he has the ability to square some shit off, disappear from existence. Tsunade is immortal. It's not immortal, it's kind of like a weak version of what Wolverine got. She can just heal over time. Gaara at Jinchuriki. Kakashi got his beat by one of the copies of Pain.
You said what?
They shall know pain.
Fact! Jiraiya took out a couple of them, and Tsunade was on that tier, and she's not even the strongest Kage. Seriously, how can you possibly be this incorrect about a character? Your first take, I think it might be your most valid take, and you're still halfway wrong. Yes, Sasuke's main motivation was to kill Danzo and the elders of Konoha, but he also did that to prove his power. He literally got new Mangekyou Sharingan powers from Itachi, and he just went there to test his power. Even when he absorbed Orochimaru, that still shouldn't give him the confidence to go fight 5 Kage! You can't say that he's a threat with the Itachi's powers if he doesn't know how to use those powers. So those powers are not factor in the fight. That's like if you gave a goddamn archer a legendary sword and said he's on par with the strongest swordsman because he has a sword that was once used by one of the great... No, he's still an archer. He still only uses the bow and arrow. I'm a bard man for a little bit. This is horrible. Arguably the worst one. Naruto, he was giving away his chakra like stimulus checks. And even when they both fought all out, both of them tired. It was a slugfest. We don't know who's gonna win. This is gonna be a fight. And I would have believed that if Sasuke didn't have to take chakra out of Naruto and still got his money bought by Naruto. They was not slightly close. I've already explained this in past videos. The Raikage almost killed Sasuke. Lava Girl almost killed Sasuke. He got saved by Zetsu or whatever his name is. The Sushi Kage almost killed Sasuke. So no, he would not win that 1v1. The only people in that room that would lose to Sasuke would be Danzo. And the only reason that that's the case is because Danzo is a dumbass. You wasted Sharingan on Kunai? And even in that fight, Karin had to save this nigga and heal him mid-fight versus Danzo. Arguably, the fight was damn near over when she did it, but it's still a feat. She still healed it. If you agree, put it in the comment section.
I think modern day anime would be bigger if we had more morally gray characters.
This is facts, bro. We don't know if they're helping the protagonist or the antagonist. Fujitora in Dressrosa, when he actually helped Luffy unwillingly, but he kind of agreed with the town people. That was such a W moment. And it stretched that anticipation because that whole fight, we was like, he's a kind of respectful admiral, and we ain't really seen that before earlier in the story. Morally gray characters do a great job in stretching anticipation, keeping a series fresh, and we only need like 1 or 2 morally gray characters to really sell that fact, because I don't think we need a lot of morally gray characters. Morally gray characters kind of just highlights both sides of the story. That's a great element for the new animes.
What's good, gang? We back at it like a crack addict, and my boy sent me this on TikTok, and it said the amount of people who don't count these Sasuke wins is insane. He won these fights.
So the hell he didn't? Danzo? Maybe. Deidara? Yeah, he won, but Sasuke was out of commission for a couple days. But that could be? Hell no! You know what B did to this man? How can you say Killer B lost that fight when he reverse jumped the Sasuke squad and had Sasuke still looking like
my organs hurt.
Sasuke was getting his ass.
Watching Solo Leveling is so fucking funny to me when I compare it to other animes. When I look at characters like Luffy, Naruto, and Deku, they had these long journeys to get to where they are at now.
Yeah, it's almost like One Piece, Naruto, and My Hero Academia all spent seasons developing multiple characters and developing a story. Solo Leveling has no story. I mean, it has a minuscule amount of story, and when that story got fleshed out just a little bit, I'm talking about when Jinwoo finally killed his mom. That was the worst rated episode of this season.
Solo Leveling episode 9 got insane dislikes.
Why do we have to drag down an anime to make another anime look better? Stop it. Stop putting down characters for this new gen. And you wonder why the One Piece community, Dragon Ball community, Naruto community, My Hero community are all so toxic. It's because when a new anime gets popping, the new gen acts like the OGs of the game just never did what they did. Why are y'all now trying to compete Solo Leveling with One Piece? One Piece hasn't posted in almost 6 months. I got a bunch of Solo Leveling videos that I'm going to be recording, so y'all stay tuned. The RDC video.
I don't even find the need to strain my eyes to see its presence. It's a rare. And it's piquing my appetite.
Meruem is a better written character than Beru. Beru from Solo Leveling is a carbon copy of Meruem, but he's the worst carbon copy. Meruem came out his mom ready to kill that girl. He didn't care about no Queen of the Ants. But throughout the story, he started to love his mom. And you gotta realize that's what story and plot character development can do with a character. Without that, you have a character like Beru. There's a bunch of aura farming. He slaughters all of the S ranks. And then when he gets killed, I'm left as a viewer not feeling anything, no remorse about his death. He's not a compelling villain. He literally got finalized by Jinwoo. But T-Bog, Beru only had 2 or 3 episodes to flesh out his character. He couldn't have been an in-depth villain, but that's wrong. The Juju Island arc and the whole Et problem has been developed all of season 1 and therefore pretty much all of season 2 leading up to the Juju Island arc. But that's another video, so stay tuned for part 2.
Ew, you nasty bastard!
You can have a villain that gets his ass beat, but is still a compelling character. Case in point, Garu from One Punch Man, who has had the exact same amount of episodes to flesh out his character. But Garu is a far more interesting character because the depth of his logic, of his character. This whole mission was killing you guys, so I didn't care. You was mad that your queen died. That's one of the differences between Meruem and Beru. Beru was born loving his mom. He actually was loyal to his mom and was working more of like a soldier, like the guy from Reincarnated as a Slime. He wasn't really acting as a king. He was acting to serve someone else. You know what I'm talking about? Meruem, he was on that king from the start, from the very beginning. He was letting the light shine. He didn't let nobody's talk to him no any kind of way. It was no questions. It was get done, get what I gotta do. If you don't, your head coming off. Where your head go? The difference between Meruem and Beru is that he developed his logic. He slowly became a better character over those seasons. Same with Garo. He started off slaughtering these people. And spoiler here, after he gets his beat by Saitama, he becomes a good guy. I still want to watch the series for the action, but this character boosts everything else. There's only 3 people that I'm actually interested in that are not a part of the main character's arsenal or not the main character himself. Tusk is more interesting than most of the S ranks, if not all of the S ranks. And that's why I think Meruem is a better written character, because it was parts of Meruem's character which I was like, he actually makes sense. Okay. If you disagree with me, put it in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts.
Arise.
And just like that, Solo Leveling is over, and they haven't gave us no release date, so we might be waiting 2 or 3 years for the next season. For the past couple days, I've been
spewing a lot of, it was just like critiques of what I wanted to see more of in the story. But for the show and what it was, it did have good animation. Spoiler if you haven't watched all the way up or you're not caught up in the manga, but they showed two monarchs, the Ice Monarch and I think the Beast Monarch. I'm excited to see what they'll do, but I do know Sun Woo is about to whoop the fuck out of them. So I want to know what the solo leveling team is trying to do when developing their character. But for the next year or two, we got One Piece on the horizon. One Piece is coming back, I think it's April 5th. So we're gonna be covering a lot of One Piece content. Yesterday I posted a video saying One Piece was overrated, and I feel like I gotta do a video saying One Piece is underrated just to clean that filth. Yesterday, if you guys don't know, was April Fool's. So, you know, it backfired on me saying that shit because I don't believe that in the slightest. I'm such a good actor, the way that I said it. Y'all was really believing that I think One Piece is overrated. This is the TB squad, the TB kingdom, the home of the big wolfie. I actually want to slap myself for saying that, because that's crazy. Shame on me for saying One Piece is overrated. Solo leveling is gone. I'll do another video once they do a release date. Hopefully the solo leveling team is watching my videos when it comes to just the critiques on the story and the characters, because that, I feel like that's the only thing that's setting it apart from bigger animes like One Piece, JJK, things like that, because they just don't have any developed characters other than Jinwoo and literally his shadows. The S ranks that are supposed to be the big dogs in the story, I don't know about them. As a viewer, I feel like I should be knowing what pushed them to want to be a hunter. What's the hardest battle that he had that wasn't on the Juju Island arc? What it took to go rise up the ranks, in the sense that is like different from when Jinwoo did, because Jinwoo had like this extra quick just level up system to help him back him, but S ranks, they didn't have that. They just had to get up there type. So if y'all disagree with me, put it in the comment section.
Who told Lucci that he had a chance beating Zoro? Who gave him that confidence?
Shut up.
Who gave him the confidence that told him he can beat Luffy? Weak ass leopard. But seriously though, like
What's you doing? Do you know anything about anime?
Yes.
Name one anime that you've been in or you have watched.
I forgot the name of it, but I know.
Like I was saying, who told Lucci that he was Kizaru? He thought that was gonna be just a walkthrough, just a scenic tour. Zoro about to give him that work. You already know he's recognizing that Lucci got some new black spots on him, so he about to hit Lucci like. The minority hunter about to come up in here, about to take them black spots clean off his. If y'all agree, put that in the comment section. Santer's arrival was insane. A lot of ore farming too, I'm not gonna lie. He finally comes in contact with Joy Boy, which means we about to see what Luffy's really about to do. Star gun? That was clean! I'm not gonna lie. You know it's a good episode when it's keeping me on bated breath. Speaking of, I ain't gonna lie, Zoro need to wrap up this fight with Lucci. I need that to be quicker. I need that to be on some quick time, because I ain't gonna lie, Say Summer's looking like he's gonna be a little tough battle. I ain't gonna lie. And then we about to get some background character on Kuma and Bonnie. This is gonna be a very, very clean episode, bro. If y'all agree with me, put it down in the comment section. And if y'all are watching, tell me what episode that y'all on.